Nissan Altima. Customer states it will not move, and all the lights on the dash are on. Welcome back to Columbia Auto Service. Let's see what's going on with this thing. I probably should have checked the oil first. But since I didn't, let's go ahead and get it in the shop if it'll go. I'm gonna shut it down and check the oil because I hear something under the hood. All right, it is a 2012 Nissan Altima with 146,000 miles on it. Customer called me the other day and said she was broke down in a Walmart parking lot. She was gonna have it towed up here. What? Didn't ask me if I could get to it. Just told me she was having it towed up here. I said, okay. So she had it towed up here. It was a little after lunch that day. Well, that afternoon before I left, she called me and asked me if I knew what was wrong with it yet. And then yesterday she called me maybe twice, asked me if I knew what was wrong with it yet. No, ma'am, I ain't got to it yet. So anyway, we're gonna kind of work her in a little bit ahead of some other people because she is in such a hurry for it, I guess. So let's get this scan tool hooked to it and see what all the lights on in the dash were about, and it will not move. All right, I'm waiting on this scan tool to load up. And I don't see any lights on the dash. The only light I see on the dash is that warning light, but it's only on because the door is open right now. So it goes out, and then I got a seatbelt light on. So there's actually no lights on the dash now. So we're gonna get this thing pulled up and see what kind of codes it was setting. Do an auto scan. It's gonna take a minute for this. I'll get back with you. Okay, our auto scan is finished. Shows we've got 2 codes in the ECM, 7 codes in the transmission. Oh, that's not good on a Nissan. 2 codes in the ABS module and 2 codes in the BCM, 2 codes in the IPDM. Let's just jump right here into this transmission and see what it says. Because that was her complaint, that it would not move. Engine speed, vehicle speed signal, torque converter, up, down, shift switch, brake switch B, TCM. All kind of codes. I think what we need to do is go into all our modules, write down all our codes, and then I'll clear them, and then we'll go see how it operates on the road. All right, we got a P0725. We got a U1000 code. P1722. P0744. P0826. P0703. P1701. All right, let's erase all those codes. No, the ignition is not off. You're so picky. All right, read codes. No codes in the transmission. All right, let's go to the engine. Read codes. Catalyst. So I got a P0420 bank 1 catalytic converter code, and I got a P0103 mass airflow sensor code. P0420 and a P0103. Let's clear those two. No codes. What else had some codes in it? The ABS module. Let's see what that says. Read codes. C1130 and a U1000 code in there. So it's an engine signal code. So it's on because of the other codes. So we'll clear those codes. So we got TCM, ECM, ABS. Okay. What else? The BCM has 2 codes in it. I don't know what that's about. Probably communication codes. What's BCM? Read codes. Yep. A communication code and a low voltage code. Okay, so we got the same U1000 code in there, and we've got a low voltage code, a B2562. Let's clear those two. All right, and then we had codes in the IPDM, which is, I think, a fancy word for a fuse block. Okay, so we got a U1000 in there also. And a B2099 ignition relay off circuit. Let's erase those codes. All right, pass. Everything is no codes right now in anything. So I think we'll go take a little test drive, see how this thing wants to act. See what codes reappear. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's got some kind of funky noise in that engine. moving now. I don't know. Communication codes, low voltage codes, transmission codes. Maybe it won't break down on me. We won't go far, we'll be able to walk back. We'll just make a block. No lights on the dash yet, except for the one that says my seatbelt ain't buckled. I don't know. It's running like a Nissan is. It's hard to fix them when they're not broke. I mean, I can go through and I'm sure I can go through and find some stuff that's wrong with it and tell her, well, this is bad and this is bad and this is, you need to change this, and this, but I don't think none of that'll fix her problem, you know, like whatever that engine noise is. She's definitely got an engine noise, unless it's a pulley. I mean, I could go spend time listening to that and trying to figure that out, but that was not her concern. Her concern was all the lights in the dash are on and the vehicle would not move. Well, all the lights in the dash are now off, or they were off, but I went and cleared all the codes, and it drives fine. That everything seems to be doing good on it. So what do? I don't like that noise. I can hear it. Can y'all hear it? It may be over there in the belt area. It kind of sounds like it's in the belt area. And since I did have a low voltage code, it could be I could have a bad battery. We'll make another bigger loop. I don't know. It's running fine right now. But I don't like that noise that's coming out of that engine bay. So I'm gonna pull it back in. I don't have a lot of time to spend on looking for some problem. But anyway, I'm gonna pull it back in this engine bay and see if I can figure out what that noise is. And then we'll let it sit and we'll check the battery on it. Make sure the alternator's charging. that noise isn't even normal. All right, I believe that noise is an AC compressor. I can turn the compressor on and the noise changes pitch. Yeah, with the compressor on, it changes the noise. So anyway, let's check the alternator, make sure it's charging. Battery connection's loose, look at that. Both battery connections are loose. Oh, we need to tighten them up. They've already cleaned them up a little bit, didn't tighten them up. Get a couple of pads to put on it. A couple of these little protective pads. Supposed to protect it from corrosion. Not 13. I did 12. That's about right. That one broke. Maybe I can get another bolt in there. If I get that one out. All right, I found me a bolt, the one that broke off. Got it back in there, got them both tight. Now I think we'll start it back up, check, make sure the alternator's charging. .81. .8. That's good enough. I went ahead and did another auto scan. No codes have reset, which I had the battery disconnected again, so, but I don't think there were any codes before. I think we'll check the transmission fluid. Since we did have a couple of transmission codes, which the transmission codes could have been from low voltage. It's good. think we're gonna be good with this Altima. I think she just had loose connections at her battery. But I will go drive it again, make sure everything's good on it. And then I think I'll come back and I'll kind of look at some of those codes in the service manual and see what they say. They may have a lot to do with voltage. And then if nothing, if we have no problems, we'll call her and let her know she's ready to come get it. Y'all see how close this Audi is when I'm backing out of the shop? I need to move at it. It's kind of up in my way. It's customers, and what's actually a guy that I used to work with called me, said he had an oil leak on it, and it's a diesel Audi. I said, I'll look at it, but I don't do much with diesels. So I looked at it, it's leaking right there in the front of the engine. I told him, I said, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fool with that. But anyway, I left it parked right there, but I need to try to move it. I tried to move it the other day and the battery was dead. So let's see if we can move it right now. It's got a massive oil leak on it. It's just covered in oil down there. But anyway, the battery, from what I understand in the service manual, is under the driver's seat. This looks like a jump spot. It's got a positive on it. And then I don't know if you can see it, but there's a negative on this little post right here. So we'll try to see if we can jump it off right there. If not, we'll have to see if we can get the battery's dead. So we'll have to see if we can get the seat back to get to the battery to jump it off. German engineering. Let's go see if we get any luck. I've done that the other day, but I didn't have no luck. Oh, we got some battery power now. No, it just clicks. And it says the battery's underneath this seat somewhere. Maybe it's underneath the back of it. Maybe if we pull it forward. Huh. What? Kinda. There's a battery under there. Oh, I don't have to pull that just to jump this thing off though. see, try it again. It just clicks. Oh well, I wonder if we can charge it. I wonder if we can charge the battery from right there. This jump box won't do it. Oh well. All right, we'll just charge it. See if that'll charge it from them posts while we go test drive this Automotive. Oh, I better get the keys out of it. That'd be bad. The battery gets charged and come back and it's gone. Somebody else gets it cranked up and moved it. Put them right there. And I'll forget they're in there. Well, I got some good news. I didn't leave those keys for that Audi in that Nissan Altima. I did go on the test drive, but I did not forget the keys, but I did forget to take some more footage of my test drive or the rest of the stuff I ended up looking at on that car, or either I've deleted or lost the footage. Because as I'm sitting here at my house this morning editing this video, I get to the end of it and all I did was drop those keys down there and worry about losing them. Well, good news is I didn't lose them. I went on a test drive. I got the keys back out, hung them back up on the rack where they go. But anyway, I went on a test drive, went on about a 10-mile test drive, didn't have any troubles out of the car except for that noise. So I came back to the shop, called the customer, and that was something she had been noticing was that noise. So I went ahead and got the car in the air, listened to the noise, and it is that AC compressor. It's something inside that AC compressor is making noise. I listened to it from the bottom of the car. I listened to everything else on the car, and it's that AC compressor making noise. So I got her a price on the AC compressor. And also she told me when she had it at the Nissan dealership, they told her she needed some control arms and some sway bar links because of something. So while I had it in the air, I looked at the control arms. They were all tight. The only thing, there was a few little cracks in the control arm, the ball joint boots on the lower control arms, and a few cracks on the boots on the sway bar links. And Nissan tried to sell her all that stuff. So I told her, so we can change it, but it's not necessary right now. The boots are not busted. They just got starting to get some dry rotting cracks, and that may have been what they were letting you know about. But anyway, I give her a price on AC compressor, and she also had an oil leak, which was coming from the power steering pressure switch on the back of that power steering pump on those little Nissans, that little pressure switch, it was leaking. And I give her a price on those things, and I think she wants to do all that. But I told her, with it setting all those transmission codes and it not moving on her, before we spend money on an AC compressor and all this other stuff, she needs to come get it for the weekend and go drive it. Make sure she don't have any more, because I'm hoping she just had loose battery connections is why it did what it did on her, but it may not have. But anyway, I told her, with that being said, before we spend any money on something else and she has a bad transmission or something, she needs to go drive it over the weekend, make sure she doesn't have any more problems on it. And then if she still wants to do the compressor and the leak, then we could spend some money on that, you know. But anyway, that's going to be all for this video. We appreciate you for watching if you made it this far in it, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh yeah, one other thing, that Audi, I did get it charged while I was on my test drive, and I was able to crank it and move it. So I could charge it from them jumper posts under the hood. But what had happened with my jump box, I tried my jump box on another vehicle that afternoon, and my jump box has gone bad on me. It's so I'm gonna have to look at purchasing another jump box. But anyway, that's gonna be all.